And I really hope Pokemon's is going to bring a better showing here on CP Snakewater. A map we have not seen these teams play this season, so I'm very curious to see what kind of tactics we're going to see. It's usually very sniper-focused tactics, but also, yesterday, for example, we saw Cracklan. No, it was a Cracklan, it was a Pokemon, so I cannot remember which team it was, but I think it was Pokemon's who religiously said, no, if it's 100% versus 100%, we're not pushing, we're not doing it. We're suiciding players in until we get a pick. And they kept doing that all the time. I'm wondering if we're going to see the same coming out of them today. It was a very solid playstyle. Yesterday, like you saw the score, it was 4-2 on Gully Wash. Which made me believe that it's Crackline who actually played this map. But yesterday, Pokemon against Crackline, for the first 20 minutes, they were 2-1 up. They did really well, and in the last 10 minutes they crumbled. And really, right now, I want to see them play well for 30 minutes. Not for 10-minute sections, not for 20-minute sections. I want to see them play well the entire game. Or else BFF is just going to roll over them once again.
Yeah, I don't think we really saw the down off crossing a sniper as we'd kind of proposed might happen at the start of the match. So you think that might happen quite a lot, a bit of quite a few plays like that. Second on Snakewater is really sort of sniper friendly when you've got those teams pushing from either right or all the way across grass. So especially on mids when, sorry, just reading STV chat. Especially. Yeah, so I've forgotten what I was saying. Especially on mids where they lose people, it's enough of a slow transition really across to second that you'll have people setting up on sniper. I think that would be how Pokemon manage it.
We're gonna have to wait and see what kind of sniper tactics or spy tactics or any other shenanigans are gonna get pulled out here on this map, as both teams are just getting ready. They're getting set up. Actually, Killer for fun. Because I got told it is Killer for fun and not Kyler. I don't know, Ali. Like, I kind of went with you because you know the guy better than I do. But honestly, I'm not really sure what
It's
it
Kyler.
is. Is it Kyler? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's Kyler.
Okay. Because you say so or because he says so?
Because most people say so.
Alright. Well, okay. We'll mix it up. Kyler for fun, Killer for fun. As long as the for fun part is in there, I think people will know who the guys we're talking about.
I'll just call him for fun.
Yeah, for fun. There you go. I like it. R for fun. Cal, R for fun. There you go.
K for fun.
K for fun. No, that doesn't make any sense. Let's not do that. Snakewater, about itself, Ali. I'm sure you have loads of experience on this map yourself. Used to be a very high-level medic. What is it about this map? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I've always, with any co-cast I've always had discussions whether or not this map is good.
Not sure really. Snake War I think is a lot preferable to sort of Gully Wash or Badlands as a medic where you seem to get bombed constantly and it's a lot more compact and team based. There's less hiding spots that won't go unchecked, I think. There's obviously the window which on pushes to second is just a minefield for soldiers coming behind you, but generally I think it should be alright. Hocz is on fire with his plays so far and I think he'll keep Hat safe really well.
Yeah, oh god, like, as I said, I've had this discussion with everyone, and everyone I ask, what do you think about this map, and I always got the same answer. I don't know. That was also always the answer I got, and now from you, it's kind of like, that's it. I'm just getting noise. If I ask you on the spot right now, should this map be in the map pool or should it not? What would you say?
Yeah, it should, I give it that.
There you go. And that's what, when I ask everyone, hey...
Gonna get haters for that.
Just give me a yeah or give me a no. Everyone seems to be saying yeah. We quite like Snakewater, even though it might not be the perfect map, and everyone seems to have some sort of issue with it. People still love playing it, and that's kind of the way I feel. It's a very different map in the way that it is played, and I like different. I don't mind different at all. That's what my mom always called me. No, it's obviously... different is always good, especially in competitive play, especially in the season where we only have 5 CP maps. Any sort of 5 CP map that stands out as being different, I'm sure Snakewater will have a perfectly fine place this season. Who are we waiting for? Let's see. Hunter. Let's see, we have everyone from BFF here. Is Darn gonna snipe this map? If you're gonna take a guess, Ali?
I think he should do. I mean, he didn't last map, and they lost quite considerably, so I suppose there's no harm in trying it out.
Like, I'm sure both of these teams have their tactics set up. I see BeaVerN sniping on warm-up right now. And I see Darn playing demo in warm-up. I think that's a clear sign about what exactly is going to happen. Everyone always has their sort of traditions in warm-up, right? Like, you see scouts playing medic sometimes in warm-up. I remember, I think Byte was it, that always played scout in warm-up. No matter what class he played, he just played scout in warm-up. Everyone has their own little traditions. Looks like Darn's tradition is let's play demo man.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the hold-up is at the moment. I'm just looking on Gubbins' match info, and they've got 12 on, so soon they should be good to go.
I'm really curious about this result. Like I said it before the game, and I'm going to say it again right now. I want Pokemon to do good. I want them to do well. I want them to show the Pokemons that we saw yesterday, which was a really, really good team who played really nice Team Fortress 2 yesterday. I think they rarely made any mistakes. It was Crackland being better last night, but it wasn't Pokemon being bad. And right now, I don't have the feeling that BFF is playing flawlessly. I have the feeling that Pokemon is just not living up to what they can, not living up to their potential. Is that the feeling you're getting, or are you just like BFF? Yeah, they're just better, and they're actually not making that many mistakes whatsoever.
I think BFF is playing really well. I think Pokemon do have more ability that they can put forward rather than BFF being less good to make it more even, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on middles, if Gubbins can get there a bit faster, then a lot of them will be a lot more efficient, because I mean, when he can get there, his damage output is really good. I mean, it would rival kaidus, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess, again, from what we saw on Badlands, Ali, your analysis was very clear. Kaidus was on middles every time quicker than Gubbins, and it made the play for Pokemons very, very difficult. Middles are going to be crucial. That's how 5CP works, that's how Team Fortress 2 works. Middles are crucial, and you need to be on par and at least win. If you want to win a map, there's not a lot of teams that can win, like, 3 out of the 9 middles and still win a map. Like, that doesn't happen very often. So you need to be able to win your middles. You need to be able to put down a lot of pressure. And I'm very curious to see what Pokemons have lined up here for Snakewater. We haven't seen either of these teams on Snakewater yet this season. So again, wondering if there's going to be any weird strategies. I want to see some sniping action. I want to see some off-glassing. Snakewater's the perfect map for that. And what I'm also wondering about is to see in what way the Gumboats will make their access onto Snakewater.
Yeah, is this the first, second week? Oh no, sorry. I was going to say, is this the first, second week cast? The first time we're going to see Snakewater with Gumboats?
I'm quite sure. This is not the first, second week cast. We've had them before. I think it was Pyrogen Quarantine that we did about a week ago. I don't know if it was us casting that specifically. It might have been, but very clear.
You and Admirable.
It might have been. Like, I'm not sure. It was probably me, because I'm casting everything. But apart from that, I'm not sure who my co-caster was, but we've seen Gumboats on Snakewater. We've seen it, but not anything weird yet. I was kind of brainstorming about it with Admirable, very much so saying, can you do some sort of sick, like, triple speed jump across the middle and just hit the medic as he comes out? Like, would that be possible? And he was like, well, I have Ips on my team. If it would be possible, we would have figured it out. So it's kind of a fair point. And I'm not sure. Maybe Darn has figured something out. Who knows? The guy always whips out something insane.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I just had a ready up noise, but looking at people's game info now. Actually, yes, they've just gone live. So in about 60 or 70 seconds, we should be really good to go.
No, we're good to go right damn now. They just actually went live, Ali. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, welcome to VanillaTV for the second map in the ETF2L Season 14, powered by Twitch.tv. Thank you so much for that, by the way, as we have week 2 happening right now. First map is over, second map is happening. You see Darn jumping in, the player coming out for Pokemon's up against the team for BFF here in week 2. Once again, Pledge and Ali on the microphones, and insane middle action where everyone is weak.
Yeah, Pokemon seemed to be actually taking that. Gubbins went the lower route and got some good spam up onto the point, and the rest of his team followed and got the frags. It wasn't really much of a big plays there. Daleth jumped in early but got shut down, and Kyler and Dan, I think, were the ones who got the frags for Pokemon there. Hat managed to survive though, which means they're going to have an Uber versus Uber now on second.
Yeah, definitely Uber versus Uber scenario. Evilmoon barely not hitting it just yet.
Drops
Haunter goes
Haunter.
down, and Evilmoon now finally has that Uber. With Haunter going down, they might opt to retreat. That's exactly what they're going to do, waiting for that Uber for BFF to run out. And now, are they going to move, or are they going to wait for Haunter? My guess is they're going to wait. They're going to play it safe and play step by step. And obviously, if you're a team that's a little bit up against the ropes, like they lost the first map, they're a little bit down in momentum and morale, they're gonna just need to play it safe. That's exactly what they're doing. Now, left-hand side, Quad goes down. That's the first pick coming out for Kyler, taking down Quad here. And are they going to be able to make a second pick? Yes, Daleth goes down. Successful Uber, maybe not, but a successful push, definitely, as they're going to pick this capture point up. Jesus God, my English. As we can right now see them pushing her into last. BeaVerN goes down. It's a 6 versus 3 scenario, but 2 players coming in late, 3 players coming in late. Everyone seems to be fighting here. Hat does not have the Uber ready just yet. He's 90%. He might opt to go for that Uber Saw right now, or else he's never going to have it in time. He does come in. He's not going to be able to get the Uber Saw. And are we going to see a score point for Pokemons here? Yes, we are, as we can see the 1-0 coming out. And they've already managed to cap the exact same amount of points as in 23 minutes of Badlands. That's one hell of a quick start, Ali.
Yeah, that all stemmed from getting the force out of BFF on second and then re-pushing, and BFF having about 3 players down when Pokemon pushed into last. Watching now kaidus opt to go out of storeroom where Gubbins goes lower again. They're just exchanging now. kaidus really not getting that pressure across point that he could on Badlands. Both roaming soldiers bomb in now. Daleth gets completely forced back, whereas Dan actually gets taken down, and kaidus pushing up across point and the jumping soldier really managing to spam Pokemon out at this point.
Yeah, well played by Daleth there, just jumping in, forcing pressure, forcing people to turn around. He immediately managed to put the attention away from the core of BFF and kaidus, and the rest of his team managed to clean up. Both soldiers have gone down, but 4 players for BFF still up, and Evilmoon is behind an Uber. He might get picked off here, or at least pressured on before he's going to hit that Uber charge. And it looks like kaidus is going to put some forward stickies down. His second point, no problem whatsoever, going to be picked up by BFF, and there we go, Darn is playing Sniper.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. It looks like he's standing on the right. No, is he going back? No, I thought he was going to change. He's gone back. He's gone to the left side, I think. I'm not sure where the BFF combo actually is right now. They're just sat in yard. They're going to push into lobby now. You'd expect them to push right side. Is that where Darna stood? Yeah, he's going to try and get that insta pick just as they open the door before they pop the Uber. Be interesting to see how quickly, how early they actually use it.
They got Coinz down. That means that the push is going to be pretty much imminently. I'm looking at Darn, so I can't see if the push is actually happening or not.
They're pushing now.
They're pushing now. Darn is not going for the shot. Is he going to be able to kill one? He looks through the spawn door. He's going to look. He's going to come out. hocz does get taken down, though. So far, a heavy medic on top of that point with an Uber is so unbelievably solid. And we can see Pokemon's trying to push out here. Gubbins from this bottom-hand main area. Going to try and put some pressure down, but no kills coming down just yet. BFF is going to be fine with the second point. And Pokemon just gonna have to hold.
Yeah, both teams are building furiously in lobby, just free cam, and you can hear like the sounds of scouts hurting themselves from every sort of angle. Darn sniper there wasn't really that useful. BFF once they Ubered, they managed to stay Ubered until they were completely out, so Darn didn't really have an opportunity to snipe. He's actually staying sniper watching that left door in the same place. It'll be interesting to see if BFF Uber early through that point again, or try a different route.
We'll have to wait and see what exactly they're going to do. They're going to walk into top lobby right now. They're going to go left, or they're going to go right, or they're going to go down. There's multiple options they can do here. It looks like they want to do pretty much the exact same thing. They scout forward, they Uber in 2 players. It looks like kaidus is going to be the massive amounts of damage, but kaidus is gone. Where the hell is he? He did drop down. Didn't really manage to get anything done. Counter Uber got popped off. But again, that is pretty much everything. 2 people get picked off. And BFF is going for this, Ali. I'm not really sure if this is the right move. They're stuck in that corner now. A couple of stickies from Gubbins could really spell disaster. But it looks like the red team able to drop out here just barely in time. As I saw a couple of players at about 40 to 100 HP. They did get out of there. And again, we're going to have a third push coming into last. There's a slight Uber advantage here. Nothing massive, nothing crazy enough in order to make a difference. And Darn, again, keeping up with that sniper rifle.
Yeah, it was a really good heavy play by Kyler then. Both the jumping soldier and demo just got completely denied, forced out lower. As you saw, BFF tried to push in lower but got completely denied out. They managed to get out really well though, only losing a scout such that Pokemon couldn't push out off that. And yeah, now we're back in the third episode of Uber versus Uber push on to last.
What is a Snakewater, isn't it? Like, we see this on Snakewater quite a bit. It's one of the reasons some people just dislike the map. Coinz taking down BeaVerN, just gonna make sure that BFF takes about 30 to 40 seconds longer in order to actually push this. BeaVerN was playing Sniper. I'm wondering what he's going to pick. BFF's actually going to push on this, and BeaVerN's going to play Sniper, so obviously isn't going to be that much of a role. kaidus gets blasted up into the air once again. Great pickup there from hocz, managing to Uber him. But yeah, BFF's going to go for this. You can see the positioning in some sort of arc around the point, but Coinz and Gubbins and Killer4Fun doing individual work here, as only one scout. Quad is really going to be able to do something there, but he gets shut down. BeaVerN, are you going to be able to make the shot?
Like
no, he does not. It's a 6-for-1 wipe here, and BFF kind of, I would like to say they just overextended there. They were a little bit sick of just holding that and trying to make stuff work, and Pokemon's just holding steady, playing it safe, and now finally after 3 tries managing to break through.
Yeah, they got picked off one by one then. BFF had 2 scouts and a soldier pushing in left, and the demo and the medic pushing in lower, and both just got really picked off by the Uber from Pokemon. Gubbins jumped down, got a sweet pipe onto Hat, and from then it was really downhill for BFF.
See how this middle's gonna go though. There's an Uber ready right now for Pokemon's. Evilmoon got that Uber ready to rock it. Well, kaidus actually goes down there. Coinz and Gubbins really managing to do some damage, but it looks like Killer4Fun and Coinz, and now also Darn actually all going down, so it's only 3 people still alive here for Pokemon's. And Uber or no Uber, 3 people is very, very, very dangerous. They need to play this safe until the players spawn. That's exactly what they're doing. No Ubers used, no Ubers forced or anything. And both teams are going to go with Uber onto this next fight, which is going to happen between 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, both teams were holding really defensively there. I think BFF thought that BFF didn't really rate the fact that there were 3 players down against not having an Uber for that push. And actually now they've got it. They're still holding really far back, waiting for Pokemon to push. And now Pokemon have got those 3 players. They seem to be slowly edging their way forward to the left-hand side through Storeroom.
I see Hunt are kind of seeing if he can make a pick of something. Darn is looking as well from the right side this time around. Looks like one scout has picked up on that. He's going to try and put Darn to his misery. Is that going to happen though? Yes, he is. Combined with the kaidus spam, BeaVerN is going to be able to shoot him down. Quad is rocking that sniper rifle as well. So both teams picking up snipers individually. Is Darn going to stay? Sniper, is he going to switch? Obviously there's multiple options here available. But what I do gather is that obviously Quad is going to try and make some sort of insane pick while BeaVerN puts down some pressure. Everyone putting down... Ooh, Coinz getting very, very weak there. Darn is going to stay with that sniper rifle. We're going to see version 2.0 of this push.
Yeah, it seems like a really slow game, not a lot of transitions at the moment. Both teams just seem really content just to sit back and wait for their picks. Both running sniper, of course. I think they're just going to wait and recycle. Down obviously went down before, and BFF didn't seem keen to pick off that. It'd be interesting to see if Pokemon, if they get a pick, whether they'll want to push off that straight away, or if they like BFF will just want to sit back and wait for an even bigger advantage, I guess.
Quad's looking at that window. Is he able to see someone? No, he does not. Really curious about who's going to get the first pick here. Like, this is a little bit of a... What is it, like the call before the storm? Like whenever there's a tornado or a hurricane or something, that's pretty much what's going on right now. Everyone is kind of, edging it out, being like, oh, what's going to happen? And as soon as one pick comes down, that's when shit breaks loose. Darn misses the shot. Could have taken down that soldier there. Quad now goes down, putting himself into an awful position because Kyler really should not be able to take him down there. And now it's 6 versus 5, and this is Pokemon's turn to say, hello, here we are, let's get this stuff going. As both Ubers get exchanged, no one gets dropped. Well played to both medics, making sure everyone stays alive, and it looks like Hat, together with the rest of his team, want to pressure this a little bit, but they shouldn't overextend it. That's not what they're doing. And now probably comes the push from Pokemon's. Here we go. Are they going to be able to break through here? It doesn't really look like it, as Gubbins still on full health, just spamming through, sees the medic. Gubbins is going for it. Gubbins, why the hell did you drop down there? I really do not think that was a good move, but he did end up dropping down. He is going to take down Quad. Is right now spamming Hat. Hat is not being touched just yet. And Gubbins, nothing going to happen there whatsoever apart from taking down one scout. That's not enough. But it's 4 versus 4. Now 4 versus 3. BFF and Pokemon's both a little bit on the ropes here, but Hat, the crucial player, is still alive.
Yeah, Gubbins was being focused then for so long. I was surprised that the rest of Pokemon didn't just push in off one of his calls. Coinz and Horns are just getting denied completely for the picking Hat, but Darn actually manages to pick him up. I'm not sure whether it was from window or lower. I think it was lower actually, he's backing off, but yeah, that was nice by Darn.
Darn got a shot first, then Hat was 7 HP, then Hat pissed his pants, tried running away, and then Darn got the second body shot in to actually take him down. So Hat getting double body shot by Darn there is going to get shut down, resetting the Uber advantages. I do not think this is going to be a significant advantage coming out for Evilmoon here. We're going to go back to version 3.0 of Stalemate City.
Oh, how do you make this exciting, Pledge? Come on, you're the experienced one.
How do I make this exciting? Well, to be fair, I think there's a lot of stuff we could say, most of all by just watching Darn. Darn and BeaVerN are sniping against each other at this moment in time, and it looks like, wow, okay, Kate is actually just going to go down. Pokemons have said, screw this whole Uber battle, we're going to do that.
Dropped.
We're just going to go. Did Evilmoon actually
drop
that then?
No, I just think...
Well, he dropped to the floor, let's put it that way, but everyone from Pokemon's gonna say, you know what, we're going in, we're making this work, and while the second point gets capped, they clean everything, and it's up for Kaidus. Kaidus needs to do this. Kaidus versus Coinz. Coinz is coming in. Coinz get 1 meat shot, gets 2, gets 3, and Coinz cleans up Kaidus, and is probably going to be able to cap this point unless Daleth can jump in. Is this going to happen? Coinz is going to be able to the floor. Kyler's coming in, everyone's coming in, and it's going to be 2-0 right now to Pokemons, who are going to be able to pick up the second point, and really BFF could not feel good about that at all.
Yeah, they're really just not making the most of these stalemate situations. I'm not sure how long it will be before they get a bit sick of the same recycling and start to be the ones that show aggression constantly. Pokemon must be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, Pokemon should be feeling good. Losing that first map quite horrifically, and on this second map they're looking fine. Rarely any mistakes. They're looking really, really good, and this middle so far has been completely even. 1 for all, now 3 for 1 actually at this moment in time, as BFF managing to pick up a couple of extra frags. Are they going to be able to pick up Evilmoon though? It doesn't look like it, so both teams are still going to have Uber as they're going to go and defend last. Evilmoon is in a perfectly fine position. They're going to have to let the second point go, but defending last is still an option for them here. Pokemon's really, like, back in a corner, but they've been here last round, Ali. Can you remember? They were here, and about 5 minutes later, they capped the other side, so I don't think they're going to feel completely uncomfortable sitting here on their last point.
Yeah, they're rocking that Kylo on top of the point again with you, but BFF Uber in last, but they're just going to have to run out now. The rest of BFF pushed in left, but just backing off 2. Quad gets taken down, and BeaVerN get taken down. They've got no scouts to try and push back in or get any back up. They're just going to have to sit in lobby and hope Pokemon don't push out. By the way the Pokemon are actually holding though, I think they are going to try and push out. The heavy spamming from bottom now. Kyler just runs out by himself. I'm not sure what the idea behind that was.
I'm a little bit curious about that one as well. I don't really know what exactly is going on. But it seems like right now BFF has taken it upon themselves. You know what? We killed 2 people. We might as well try this, and I think they're actually going to go for this. Kaidus goes down, but Gubbins goes down. 2 down men out of the equation. That makes it very, very good for hocz to be heavy here. But is it going to be enough against a rampaging blue team all across the point? 2-1, and really that all comes back to Kyler just walking forward and deciding, you know what, as a heavy weapons guy, I'm now a sniper. I can come down from the bottom and snipe. No, Kyler, you cannot do that. Don't do that. You mess it up. So it's 2-1 right now. BFF still trailing by 1, but to be fair, they looked a lot better that round, and they're gonna need to look the exact same this round in order to make it happen. So on this 4th middle right now, we can see a lot of pressure probably coming out from the red squad. Here we go, 1 soldier already in, but there's a blue soldier coming in as well. Daleth goes down and Darn go down. Both roamers have gone down immediately, but BFF has taken position. I like BFF's position, but I like Pokemon's frag, so this middle's gonna go all over the place. Hat is still alive, but there's 3 fraggers alive for the man in blue, and are they gonna be able to pick up Hat? It doesn't look like it. He's running all the way out together with his Swedish scout BeaVerN. Just making their way back, and I'm really curious. Is Hat not going to be able to get sniped or anything here? No, he's not. Darn staying soldier as well, actually.
Yeah, all the frags were going for going the way of Pokemon's that mid. They managed to do really well, but actually the scout got on to Evilmoon at some point, and so BFF are just going to be inclined to just push straight back in and try and take it back, I think.
I'm very curious to see what exactly is going to happen here, as BFF, they're being aggressive here. Like, obviously they have Uber against a team without Uber, but this, like, you Uber and you kill 1 person, not even 1 person actually. Hunter jumps away. No, Hunter is actually going to get shut down, but you get a point out of it, but is it all worth it? It's always a little bit of a question, because obviously right now the enemy team is going to have Uber within a matter of seconds. Hunter's going to spawn. They might hit a timing just before that. hocz could jump this. hocz is jumping this, but there's a sticky trap sitting there from Gubbins on the floor, and he's almost going to take down Hunter. Or hocz, sorry, and it looks like Evilmoon is going to have this Uber. It's almost run out so far. Again, only one frag coming out of that Uber. That's not a lot, but knowing the Pokemons, they're going to keep on pushing on this. They're going to keep on pressuring, especially with Darn, especially with Hocz, especially with Gubbins, just rocking all over the place, doing massive damage everywhere. But Gubbins only on 14 HP, only on 6, now on 42, and it looks like the English Demoman almost down, but now he's finally going to get healed up. And Pokemon, while capping this middle, managing to barely stay alive.
Yeah, I was just looking at the scores, and 4 players from Pokemon's currently top scoring in the whole game, whereas kaidus has spent the first 10 minutes of the game bottom fragging compared to last game.
Oh, we'll see.
So that drop sound. A sticky trap from Gubbins.
Where was that sticky trap laying, actually? I didn't actually see if it did end up going down. Well, this is complete disaster for BFF. They're not going to get Evilmoon whatsoever. He's under 50. Oh, he's not going to get him. Oh, my God.
That was a really
Daleth
ballsy hold.
I was watching Daleth, I was like, if he hits that air shot, that's the play of the year. But he didn't hit the air shot. Evilmoon, I think he wasn't even sure what happened. He would have dropped that for sure. And now Evilmoon, the rest of his team, ready to push here on last. Hunter is going to respawn. He is going to come back into the fray, but it's going to be a 5 vs 6. Quad is going to be the important man to watch. BeaVerN is going to be a Mitchell. BeaVerN is actually going to play Scout, not Heavy. I'm confused by that. Quad is going to be the player to watch, but we see a Scout Uber coming in together with a Downman Uber. It looks like Killer is going to try and rush this out, but a lot of members from Pokemon's here across this point. Is kaidus going to be able to do it? He's flying across the map. Is he going to be able to do it? It looks like BFF is cleaning house here, Ali.
Yeah, he's still got Gubbins and... Oh, just as I said that, I was going to say he's still got Gubbins and Darn in, but they got shut down pretty quickly. Gubbins was chasing the medic drop just at the end of that, trying to get the pick, but Darn came in and managed to seal that for them. Both medics go down, so I'm not sure BFF will want to push straight out to mid. Start of that push, I'm not really sure what happened, but BFF seemed to come out on top, I guess.
Yeah,
that's the most
exactly what happened.
empty analysis you've ever heard.
TLDR, too long didn't read, Ali. They came out on top. That's exactly what happened. Both teams, regular Uber, and BeaVerN is going to run Spy. Now, this is a choice I'm a little bit interested about. Ali, do you see the reasoning behind this? Is it just they have an Uber advantage, let's try something? Or is it we need to break through, let's try something?
Well, I guess breaking through, I mean, the length of time the stalemates have so far gone on this game, just specking Kyler now.
Wait, okay, did BeaVerN just not get spotted? Did he not get spotted again?
He's behind. Yeah, he got spotted. I was watching from Kyler's perspective, I swear Kyler saw him. But apparently not. It's no. Ages not killing him.
He was not feeling it. That's okay, though. Right now we can see the pressure coming out. As kaidus is on BeaVerN's team, by the way, Ali, so you probably messed it up. But, either way, Pokemon's going to pick up this point. They had to use their Uber for that, and now we can see the BFF Uber coming out. I'm quite sure it wasn't forced from Hocz. I did not see. I apologize for that. But I'm sure you guys on stream saw that because our streamer Adam was a fucking beast. Oh my god, I just swore on stream. I'm so sorry. Either way, 40%
everyone
right
does
now.
it. Amarwa does it every game. That's how you get class of the season.
Amarwa does it every 7 games. That's what or 7 times per game is what I tried to say. But let's see. Pokemon's, are they going to push through here or are they going to wait for this Uber? I'm guessing they're going to wait for Uber. They have an advantage. They might as well just build to that advantage and see how they're going to come in from there. As 80% now coming out against the 15%. Scouts building Uber once again. No snipers. Yeah, we do see a sniper actually from Quad.
Yeah.
BeaVerN playing heavy. Let's see, here they're going to come from left-hand side. Is Pokemon's pick of choosing. Are they going to be able to pick up Quad? Yes, they are. It's a massive pick. Still no Uber used. There's no force whatsoever coming on them. I think that was a mistake for BFF. They wanted to have any chance of holding this. They probably would have had to be a little bit aggressive there. They're going to try it now, though. kaidus is alive. Hat is on 95%, 98%, 99%. He's going to get the Uber turn. Are you kidding me? This really should not be possible, but now it's Darn and Evilmoon together against kaidus and Hocz, and Hocz is going to clutch that out. But getting that Uber Saw and kaidus staying, or not getting that Uber Saw, getting that Uber Charge, and kaidus staying alive for long enough to actually make that happen for him. kaidus now pressuring, Scout is pressuring, everyone from BFF is running as fast as they possibly can towards the second point, but Daleth goes down, and I'm really feeling that Pokemon's might completely counter with this one on last.
Yeah, Evilmoon have got the momentum. They're really pushing forward here. I think they're just going to get into the lobby though and hold. No, actually they're pushing straight off the last. Scrap that. There's a soldier jumping in, trying to push them back a bit, but they're still streaming forward. That soldier gets completely denied. There's a scout actually on the combo all the way back in the back right. BeaVerN takes him down though. It's Coinz. slowly edging their way in Pokemon though. BeaVerN said one scout in, scout gets done, but nah, it's not going to be enough. Pokemon should take this.
Kaidus was spawning in 1 second. It's not going to be in time. 3-1 now to Pokemon. And considering how massively they got wiped on this first map, I think we can only say that this is a surprise, Ali.
Yeah, it's a really good job by Pokemon. Not sure what BFF are going to do to try and counter this, whether they think it's something going wrong for them or Pokemon are just really putting in a really good performance.
Evilmoon's rollout is awful. Look at that. There's more than 10% in between him and hocz already. Evilmoon was not healing throughout that entire rollout, more or less, but who needs heals when you got fragments like this, ladies and gentlemen? That's pretty much all I can say. So we can see a 5-0 scoreline coming out here. Well played to the people from Pokemon, showing the aggression, showing their aim, and really showing just towards us, towards the audience, that they're good on Snakewater. Or that BFF is just bad.
Yeah, I was watching Hat then, and he was like trying to make his way out. There was a sword chasing him, but he managed to get out in the end. And really, that's what's going to stop BFF from being completely rolled on last, I think.
Really, Hat again. Like you can see, he's stuck in point, but he's going to get this Uber once again. He's very much clutching that. So, and Pokemon might have overextended slightly. It's a 3 for 2. I guess it's
scouts
okay.
Are stuck in the back corner.
Yeah.
For...
Oh wow, actually, yeah, both scouts are back. A good spot from you, Ali. I didn't actually see that. Coinz is still around. He's 7 HP. He's going to get shut down. Evilmoon, the only player to actually get out of that, and 4 players alive, including hocz here for BFF. And really, BFF, I don't think they could have hoped for a better chance here. There's 8 minutes left on the clock, and on Snakewater, that's not a lot to get a lot of captures. On Snakewater, it usually takes a while before you get a couple of captures. When you're 3-1 down, and it's only 8 minutes, time is starting to run out. And Pokemon's kind of handed them this chance on a plate, and they're like, here, come on, take it. And Gubbins says, no, here, shove it in your throats, as we have Kaidus going down to a sticky trap of his.
Daleth kills himself apparently. Yeah, BFF looked like they were trying to force their way in lower then, but just backed off after losing players. Going to be getting quite impatient. As you said, they haven't got much time.
No, they haven't got too much time. I don't know how Daleth killed himself. How the hell did that happen? As we can see, BFF just really running for their lives.
Oh,
they're going to Uber in.
hocz.
Wow, okay, never mind. hocz apparently is too good for this game, as mainly due to him killing Evilmoon right there. Everyone from BFF is able to clean this up. I saw Quad running for his life. I expected the rest of BFF to do the same, but Evilmoon got shut down straight against that wall by hocz's rocket launcher, and immediately you can see the pressure now coming out from BFF. They realize they need to do it, and they need to do it now.
Yeah, that was just a nice Uber straight onto the point. hocz juggled up Evilmoon and finished him off with the air shot, and the rest of BFF just focused the other frags, the rest of the Pokemon players that were stood around the point.
Here comes Kaidus, ladies and gentlemen. Kaidus is flying in. Pretty much standard Kaidus. Like, not a lot of Delman actually play that much, hey, let's sticky bomb in, but Kaidus is always someone who is a fan of that. Obviously, follow his stream if you aren't already. You can find it somewhere on VanillaTV, I guess. As right now, the Uber's ready to go. It does get popped off. Kaidus getting a lot of pressure done, but Evilmoon in this exact same situation as Hat was a couple of minutes ago, as he's gonna get the Uber pretty much right now. He has 3 players left to Uber, but there's 6 weak players. God, everyone from BFF is weak. Every single player is weak, but it's not going to be enough. Apparently 6 weak players are good against 3 full players, as BFF is going to pick this one up 3-2, and now Pokemon's, they need to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, they've got 5 minutes left. I'm sure they'll be looking for the win here. Pokemon, I'm not sure what they're going to do. They were doing really well in the start of the game, and they were really playing well with those stalemates. But it just seems like BFF are the ones who really like put the imp in to try and get this game working, and no stalemates.
Oh, BFF, you really got to show yourself this middle. You see Kaidus very, very aggressive, but a lot of nice spam. I like the spam coming out from Pokemons, but it looks like BFF gonna prevail on this middle at least unless something sick comes out. And really, Ali, I'm getting flashbacks to yesterday. For anyone who hasn't watched yesterday, I saw 2-0 ahead. Pokemons was 2-0 up against Crackland halfway through the map on Gullywash, and in the last 50 minutes they lost 4-0. And really, right now, they were in the lead for 20 full minutes. And right now, they're struggling. They're on the ropes. And really, BFF can turn this around. If this exchangement is not good, it looks like this exchangement really can go either way, as both teams are going to struggle fighting for this middle. It looks like Pokemon's still holding on slightly, but they're sort of trying to jump onto it. 300 HP, going to be able to block that point, and BFF overextending here are going to get completely wiped out. 6-0. And Pokemons must have heard me. They've said, you know what, one last time for, well, any country, I guess, because they consist out of like 4 different countries within their team. But let's do it for Team Fortress 2. Let's do it for our team, and 3-2 is still for them. And they're going to be able to probably cap the second point immediately, as long as BeaVerN does not get a medic pick. And I think that's really going to be the linchpin at this moment in time.
Yeah, BeaVerN on Spy. Just going back, that was a really sweet hold by Pokemon. They just kept Ubered players on the point all the time. The point was so close to being capped.
Here comes BeaVerN, here comes... Oh my god,
it.
he gets it. BeaVerN gets it. Is it going to be enough, though, as kaidus only manages to pick 1 frag in return? Hocz is going to die as well. It's 2 for 6. And even though BeaVerN got the pick onto Evilmoon, BFF realized they had to do it. They had to do it now. And they just lost in frags. They just lost. They were out of position, everything like that. The point is going to get capped. No one is going to block that. We have a 4-2 scoreline. 3 minutes and 30 left on the clock. Theoretically, it's still possible. But if this game has shown us anything, it's difficult. It's difficult to do that.
Yeah, this middle really decided. I'm not sure the timings are for Snakewater, whether it's still legitimately possible for BFF to win this. I'm guessing it is, but this mid will really decide.
Yeah, they need to just go. That is literally the only thing they can do. BFF is going to have to just go, and that's really what we can see coming out from Daleth, jumping in. We can see hocz jumping in as well. The scouts go aggressive. The picks are coming in. Daleth killing himself again for that many times already this map. As we can see, the picks are coming out for BFF. They're rushing it, Ali. They're rushing this as fast as they can, and I can only assume that kaidus is going to be jumping in here and doing a lot of pressure. Gubbins got that sticky trap down. God, I hate Gubbins. The stickies do get spotted though by hocz. A nice pocketing work from him. The stickies are not going to kill anyone. The point is going to get capped, and really BFF needs to go right now. Like seriously, it's going to be very, very late if they still want to make this happen. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. This push has to be successful, and then another round like this, and then they tie it up, and then we're going to go into golden cap. But it's tight. It's going to be unbelievably tight here. As the push comes out on last, kaidus gets a lot of damage done on him. The air shot comes out. Oh my god, hocz gets absolutely monstrously destroyed in midair there. As Darno gets the shot in on Daleth as well. The scouts are doing work though, and I think BFF might be able to pick this up. As Killer for Fun goes down, Quad is still on that point, and BFF is going to pick this one up. And we're going to have 1 minute and 55 seconds left on the clock, Ali. This was a 1-minute and 40-second round. If you do the maths, it's still possible.
Yeah, this is going to be a really close one. BFF obviously want to go for that golden cap. Not sure what they did last time. I saw Daleth's initial jump got denied, but they just seemed to pick up frags from everywhere. And they pushed really quick, which meant that the Uber charge that Pokemon had, they couldn't use it to hold second, and it was just the fight on last, which BFF came out on top.
BFF coming in from this top left-hand side of the Snakewater. See one soldier coming in. hocz, they're doing the exact same middle strat. BFF might be doing this, Ali. 2 very, very quick frags. Quad is so aggressive at this moment in time. Just rushing in, getting stuff done. The point is going to get capped. BFF is going to rush this, and again, Evilmoon survives. Second time in a row,
Evilmoon on him, soldier.
Oh my
Gets bottled by Gubbins.
hocz gets bottled by Gubbins here, and this is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, that was really nice by Gubbins. Cannot really compliment bottle play, but he really saved his team that last point there. Well, he gave them much more of a fighting chance with that Uber being up for Evilmoon.
Yep, Evilmoon is going to have this Uber now, so it's literally, it's one push. That's
40
it.
seconds.
Killer for Fun goes down. It's a 6 versus 5. That is it. 6 versus 5. And both Ubers do get dropped off. Hat's going to have to drop down to bottom. Does get shot down. Well played by Haunter. But the scouts, remember, BeaVerN is a beast. Daleth is a beast. hocz is a beast. Everyone is fighting for this. Everything is on the line. And Pokemon holds. Pokemon holds this, no problem ever. BeaVerN is going to get shut down, and that is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. As the GGs are being called, the well-playeds are getting exchanged. And with 16 seconds left on the clock, obviously Pokemon's not going to let this happen. So the scoreline here on Snakewater is going to be 4-3. That is as easy as... Like, you can see all the GGs coming out from BFF. Pokemon's like, no, we're not going to fall for that one. We're going to play it serious until the very end. Now the GGs come out, and there we go. 4-3 for Pokemons. It is officially on the board. They got wiped in 23 minutes on Battle and 6-1, but on Snakewater they brought it. They managed to win it, and it's going to be a tie, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's a league. Ties are allowed. I saw a lot of confusion about that. Is there a best of 3? Is there not? No, it's a league. So it's 2 maps, and if you tie, you tie. It's fine. You both get the same amount of points. ETF2L Season 14. This was Week 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's powered by Twitch.tv. Please support them by watching our stream and sending them how much, or telling them how much you love Team Fortress 2. Send them an email. Let them know. Message them on anywhere. Subscribe to us here on Twitch. Show them that the numbers are there, and support, obviously, ETF2L by watching these games and watching VanillaTV. Please follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, @PatrickLedge. And obviously, this Ali guy, give him your support. An animal on the stream, once again, he's been a hero, as I said that earlier. GG's, well played. Have a very good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow with the next game in ETF2L Season 14. It's also Week 2, and I can't remember the game, but it should be me and Reveril, if not for Arcs and Beta. So you guys really want to tune in for that one. Tomorrow, same time, same place, VanillaTV. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a very good night.